Daily Top Reddit for Thursday, 2023 July 20th. In r/facepalm, tell us you haven't got laid without telling us. Kristen at Living for JC Sex was created by God for marriage between a husband and wife, not for a boyfriend and girlfriend that are dating Bill for. At 13WJ replying to at Living for JC show me Adam and Eve's marriage certificate. This snake ate it. In r/DND, I'm giving away a set of my gold-plated Arcana Core Dice. Just comment on this post to enter. Art OC mod approved. They are very pretty. Them must be a pain to make. I don't think I'd have the patience to make such tiny works. In r/Zoomies, Pluto is my zoomiest bunny.
What are you doing?
That's a very happy bunny. In r/MadeMeSmile, British man showing how to compliment strangers effectively in Notting Hill.
Your lavender blue colour scheme goes with the blueberries as well. Clearly a man with an eye for detail. You have a very confident stride.
Sorry?
Very confident stride. Loved it. I adored the way you laughed at that pigeon. Compliments are simple, but not easy. Trust me. You have a marvellous weight distribution between your feet, sir. Good easy shift. Especially for us Brits. Present company included. I can give them, and do, but I can't take.
Oh man, you're so good.
Oh, stop it.
Oh, be.
Oh, come on.
Oh, go on then.
Doesn't mean I don't love it.
You look great.
A Yorkshire compliment, that's cast in gold. Sincerely appreciating something someone has made an effort on will make their day. So you're in aquamarine blue jeans, field of dreams. Yes, you are. You're doing a wonderful job in a tricky set of circumstances. You're welcome. You look like a painting and you're just sitting there. It's fantastic. The more unique, the more bespoke, the more devastatingly effective. Your vibe is genius artist turned creative corporate legend.
Beautiful.
Safe and stylish. You look pensive, but also capable enough to deal with anything that's worrying you. You have ski resort owning energy. Sweet vibe, sir. Human Ibethan sunset.
Okay.
Get it right, and it's like a natural high for the pair of you. Adore your head, sir. Love it. It's wisdom. Should be cast in marble. See? We both feel like we've had a coffee.
He was at the Australian Grand Prix this year. He stood at the entrance of the paddock and greeted the drivers and team principals as they came in. In r/me in real life, meirl. 15-year-old daughter has a friend over and suddenly 13-year-old son wants to walk around curling dumbbells. 6:52 p.m. to the 26th of June 2022, Twitter for Android. Nothing impresses the girls like, watch how many chairs I can lift at once. Edit, I didn't have a girlfriend in elementary school. In r/AskReddit, what is a character death that really upset you? Click to see spoiler. Merlin, Kingsman Golden Circle. In r/mildly infuriating, saw the neighbor pumping up all 4 of his tires this morning. What are your thoughts on this? Attention, your gas guzzler kills. We have deflated 1 or more of your tires. You'll be angry, but don't take it personally. It's not you, it's your car. We did this because driving around urban areas in your massive vehicle has huge consequences for others. Car companies tried to convince us we need massive cars. But SUVs and 4x4 self are a disaster for our climate. SUVs are the second largest cause of the global rise in carbon dioxide emissions over the past decade, more than the entire aviation industry. Underscore the world is facing a climate emergency. According to the UN, millions of people are already dying from climate change-related causes: drought, hurricanes, floods, forced migration, starvation. So far, the impacts on you have probably been minimal. We need emergency action to reduce emissions immediately. We're taking actions into our own hands because our governments and politicians will not, even if you don't care about the impacts on people far away from you. There's also consequences for your neighbors. SUVs cause more air pollution than smaller cars. SUVs are more likely to kill people than normal cars in collisions. Psychological studies show SUV drivers are more likely to take risks on the road. SUVs are unnecessary and pure vanity. That's why we have taken this action. You will have no difficulty getting around without your gas guzzler with walking, cycling, or public transit, driving a hybrid or electric. These are still polluting, dangerous, and cause congestion. See more on our website, The Tire Extinguishers, www.tireextinguishers.com/6e. I 100% guarantee the type of guys who buy 4x4 SUVs in the city are going to read this and be inspired to buy an even bigger car next time. In r/today I learned till Bayer knowingly sold AIDS Contaminated Hemophilia blood products worldwide because the financial investment in the product was considered too high to destroy the inventory. The effects are close to impossible to calculate. Since many records are unavailable and because it was a while until an AIDS test was developed. One cannot know when foreign hemophiliacs were infected with HIV before Chtorrr began selling its safer medicine or afterward. 3. The effects are close to impossible to calculate. Since many records are unavailable and because it was a while until an AIDS test was developed. One cannot know when foreign hemophiliacs were infected with HIV before Chtorrr began selling its safer medicine or afterward. 3. In r/damn that's interesting, go to prison for felony and graduate to crazy cat lady.
Every prisoner in this prison has a cat. However, only well-behaved inmates have the opportunity to own one. If a prisoner who owns a cat behaves badly, the cat will be taken back at any time. A lot of people are afraid those prisoners will hurt those animals. But surprisingly, these former criminals are very gentle with them. Each inmate shows remarkable enthusiasm to adopt stray cats. They study and work hard to earn cash just to buy new clothes and their favorite cat food. They patiently clean their ears and fur, save money to buy them toys, and even install cat climbing frames for them.
Cat therapy works. In r/Europe, Portuguese man arrested in Turkey for 19 days just because he looked gay. The article says that he went to the cops to ask for directions BC when he got on the streets. For lunch it was full of cops and streets were being closed up by them. He says that it might have been his voice, posture, or maybe his shorter than common shorts or his blouse shirt, dress shirt that made them assume he was gay. He was then supposedly arrested and told that it was because he looked gay and there was supposed to be an illegal LGBT+ pride parade going on nearby that he says he didn't knew about beforehand. That's kind of the gist of it. Edit. Actually, there's more I hadn't seen before. He was arrested with more people accused of the same things. They spent 20 days with the same clothes on. They spent hours without any news or understanding why they were being arrested. Then they were sent to a couple of different places, and at some point they spent around 17 hours with no access to food or water in the hot temperature. Then they ended up in a jail known for its violence, being overcrowded and lack of sanitary conditions. He was put in jail with a Russian and an Iranian. The Iranian is supposedly in Turkey under asylum for having fled his country due to being persecuted for his political views, and they were all to be deported from Turkey for being gay, which can mean a death sentence to this man. Eventa, he is supposedly under international protection for being politically persecuted. Due to Turkish holidays, they couldn't talk to anyone, so the family wasn't even aware of what was going on. The Portuguese embassy, in a mostly shameful way, did nothing to help him get out of there. They were harassed by not only other inmates but also guards to the point where they would take turns sleeping as to avoid being attacked while unaware. The ones that actually helped them by getting the passport, paying for the trip, etc. were Turkish activists. As of now, the Portuguese and Russian were allowed to leave Turkey, but Miguel is forbidden to return for the next 3 years. The Iranian is still in prison and was beaten up since they left. Miguel wants to bring this case to the European Human Rights Court, greater than which I know is the right thing to do. Edit 2. I made the mistake of reading blouse while translating blue, so forgetting that blouse isn't the same as a shirt, dress shirt for men in English. There are apparently some articles being written that are reporting that he was wearing a blouse or a crop top, and it appears to stem from badly translated Portuguese, and I would just like to set the record straight here with this. This was a mistake I did because I directly translated the word without making sure the meaning is the same, which it isn't, and I'm pretty sure shady places are making some articles based on piss poor translations from Portuguese. In r/cricket match thread, 4th test, Australia versus England, day 2. 4th test, the Ashes at Manchester. Crechainfo I Reddit stream I. Day 2, England led by 67 runs. Live match threads, India versus West Indies, day 1 I Scotland versus Germany I. Send feedback I schedule 1 stat help I glossary. Wow, so an England comeback in the last 3 matches. The Australian bowlers should go on strike until their captain puts in some decent field settings. In r/damn, that's interesting. This year in South Korea, there are more than 250 elementary schools with only 1 new student. 20,172. Everyone wants to live in Seoul. Seoul is expensive. Giving up having children. Population decreases. Countryside. It has been done long time ago. When I was a kid, there were like 6 different classrooms full of 40 to 50 students each. Now it is like first grader 1 classroom 13 students. Korean parents tilde you are average at school. I expect more. Child tilde I am the only student. In r/place, ich bin stolz auf mein Land. German shrieking feeble looking Ali. Look at the Google Trends for Hirenson. In r/One Piece, chapter 1088. Click to see spoiler. That felt like one of my favorite chapters in a long time. In r/Am I ugly to 9F? I'm painfully aware of how ugly I am. How can I improve? Ryby is. I'm sis. I'm ready for the roast pulls. Come through with your tips on how to be less gnarl I regularly wear glasses. I go to the gym and stuff. I'm treating my acne. Definitely think a hairstyle change would go a long way. In r/MadeMeSmile, Kingsguard violates protocol. I found that most guards in most nations are incredibly patient if you just don't touch them and stay out of their path. Let them do their job and they are willing to give you a great memory. Why don't people get that? Almost like they're real people. Because if most people are shown respect and basic human decency will return the favor. In r/AskReddit, what TV show did you try to get into but ultimately couldn't? I auditioned for some game show hosted by Snoop Dogg and was told at the second round of auditions that I'm just not weird enough for TV. Edit. I now realize I misunderstood OP's question. In r/politics, Marjorie Taylor Greene may have sent Hunter Biden nudes to a bunch of minors. I think this should be criminally investigated. In r/damn that's interesting, dog stops tiger and lion from fighting. Dogs jumping in there like it's a regular house cat. In r/white people Twitter, feel free to call. Queen see everyone start calling Ant the Tanagai to point to Marjorie Taylor Greene released naked photos of Hunter. So I called the US Capitol Police. They said if enough people call they are required to take action. Do what I did, United States Capitol Police outgoing call. 2 minutes 29 sec add to contacts at. Imagine having such a huge rag boner for someone that you email their porn, possibly to minors. This is incredible. In r/ask, men of Reddit, would you sleep with your female best friend if she'd let you? An argument my partner and I are having. He says men and women can't be friends. He says when a guy is as close to a woman as calling her his best friend, a guy usually has ulterior motives. So the question is, would you sleep with your best friend? I have had female friends who I would not sleep with. I do have one female friend who I slept with last year. In r/dank memes, I didn't forget about you. You, Chtorrr. Remember to draw a giant fuck you, spiz. In r/irlgbt, meirl. Without the umlaut cis people don't want us using the Latin prefix, cis meaning same side of. We could always use the Greek synonym homo instead. Trans people would be heterogender. Oh, and cis people would be homogender. Problem solved. 5:33 p.m. to 023071746 K views 5,005 retweets 133 quotes 35.3K likes 800 to bookmarks. Then they'll see this and go nitrogen monoxide. Hetero is normal. That's not normal. 11:1. In r/politics, Florida schools will teach how slavery brought personal benefit to Black people. And that a deadly white mob attack against black residents of Ocoee, Florida, in 1920 included acts of violence perpetrated against and by African Americans. Dozens of black residents were killed in the massacre, which was perpetrated to stop them from voting. In r/place, admins clearly messing with things. I'm not French, but I'll fight among them pixel by pixel, BTW when Dofus logo. You guys know Dofuso. In r/white people Twitter, of course not. 8 tweet John Fugelsing at John Fugels -- 12H I won't get vaccinated. I won't wear a mask. I oppose universal health care. Lignori infant mortality rates in the poorest states. Migrants are illegals. We need more guns on the streets. I'm fine W, cutting WIC and snap. I think the death penalty is just swell. I'm pro-life, Q037142580C Wektai. Emily Miller at Emily Miller replying to John FUGLSANG and at Leslie Marshall the first read this and thought, oh, someone who has all my same positions. Then I realized you're mocking us. She is so dumb. She tweeted this response instead of using her inside voice. In r/white people Twitter, WTF is wrong with some people. Right-wing cope at right-wing cope yet another incident from the We Can Always Tell crowd man beats up 86-year-old woman with dementia because he thought she was transgender. She now asks people if they're going to kill her since the man beat her and threw her in a garbage bin. She'll spend the rest of her life in a nursing home by Alex Bollinger W. 4:54 p.m. -19 July 23rd -2 to M views 6,353 retweets to 190 to quotes 73.1k likes. Isn't this what Jason Aldean wants in his small town? He can't explain why it gets him so hard, but he likes how it feels. Like that time with the sheep way off in the west pasture. It makes him feel almost as good as he felt that first time. In r/contagious laughter, die after a surgery.
No way.
Yeah?
Dad,
What?
I love you.
I love you
Can you
too.
see me?
Yep.
Can I see you?
Nope.
Why?
Because you need to rest.
I know I need to rest. I need to put my hands down and my head back and take a nap.
Yeah?
Am I right?
Yep.
Alright. That's what I like to hear. Good night.
Good night.
Love you.
I love you too.
Thanks for coming.
You're welcome.
Hey, bud.
How's it going?
I heard you're having a good time.
Oh, I'm having a good time, alright?
You are?
Yeah.
Good.
Hell yeah. Show me your tits. I'm just messing around.
Hey, quit.
I know. I'm so
Quit.
high.
Tell her you're sorry.
I'm sorry, man. I didn't mean to say that.
Dad, do you think?
No, I'm good, thank
You
you.
guys give me an extra dose. This is crazy. I ain't never heard nothing like it. Get this on Snapchat. Yeah, it's just me and you?
Yeah.
Alright, cool.
You be respectful when women come in.
I know, I'm sorry. Right now I'm mad. I'm going to school tomorrow?
I don't think so, buddy.
Cool, alright, send me over to UC?
Probably in the morning they are.
Alright, bet.
Hey, Mark.
Hey guys.
How you feeling?
Pretty good.
I heard you were feeling good.
Yeah, sorry for what I said earlier.
Oh, I wasn't in here. Did you say something mean?
Yeah, I said something. I told her to show me her tits. I didn't mean to, you know? It was just out of instinct. I'm so in pain right now.
You're so in pain?
I mean, I'm not in pain. I'm just high.
Yeah.
Am I gonna be alright?
You got a cool rod in your leg.
I got a cool rod?
Mm-hmm.
Woohoo! Rod! Ron's gonna be shot.
Can you wiggle
Daddy
your,
taking a video of all this?
Can you wiggle
Oh
your
yeah, this is
toes?
getting 2,000 shares on Facebook. Yeah, I can wiggle my toes. Can you feel them?
Yep, can you push down on my hands
Hell yeah, I can push down on your hands.
and bring your toes to your nose?
Hell yeah, I can bring my hands to my nose.
Your hands to your nose.
Hell
Nose
yeah.
to your nose.
Nose to my nose. What the hell? What you want me to do with that, girl?
But
Dude, the drugs hospitals give out is no joke. My dentist gave me half of Valium, half, before he took my wisdom teeth out. I was trying to explain why he got my x-rays all wrong with pointing and vivid explanations, and he was crying laughing at how serious I was. And that was the day I was told by a medical professional that I'm a lightweight and should probably not drink more than 1 beer. In r/MadeMeSmile, a bittersweet reaction. My mom had to drop me off at first day kindergarten and school, etc. because my dad would cry his eyes out. When I started studying in the US, my dad dropped me off and then had to travel back home to Europe. My mom said he arrived a wreck. Even though he supported me taking that exchange scholarship and knew that it was the right thing for my career, he felt like he was abandoning his little girl and that he was a bad father. I was able to stay in the US and only visited my home country in the summer. So for the rest of his life, I would get a letter from my dad every week detailing life back home. And yes, all his letters are neatly filed in binders in my office. In r/white people Twitter, Marjorie Taylor Groomer. Aaron Fritcher Q at Fritchitney or calls 9. I double-checked, and there isn't an age screen on her newsletter subscription page. So a distinct possibility that Marjorie Taylor Greene just emailed links to video containing nude images of Hunter Biden to minors using taxpayer-funded resources. Q Aaron Fritcher 40 for meters. Marjorie Taylor Greene just sent this email to her constituents. Yes, this using official taxpayer-funded resources. I clicked the link so you don't have to. It is exactly what you think. Marjorie Taylor Greene representing the 14th District of Georgia. Breaking. Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene confirms Hunter Biden paid prostitutes through law firm. Committed tax fraud by deducting payments to prostitutes for immediate release July 19, 2023. Permalink, Washington, D.C. Today, Congresswoman Marjorie Taylor Greene questioned IRS whistleblowers on the alleged crimes of the Biden family. Congresswoman Greene's questioning confirmed Hunter Biden paid prostitutes through his law firm, Wasco PC, and trafficked his victims across state lines in violation of the Mann Act. The IRS whistleblowers also confirmed Hunter Biden committed tax fraud by deducting payments to prostitutes from Wasco's taxes. So Hunter Biden now has pretty explicit grounds to sue Emptigan, D.C., right? Seems so. Speech in congressional hearings is protected from executive branch prosecution or civil suit by the speech or debate clause of the Constitution. But constituent newsletters probably aren't, given they're not essential to the deliberations of the House, per Gravel v. United States 1972. In Hutchinson v. Proxmire 1979, the court permitted a defamation suit against a senator for derogatory comments made in a newsletter. The end. Thanks for watching. Have a nice day, and hope to see you again tomorrow.